Earth Day, April 22nd here, Will reporting in. Had really strong winds last night, almost blizzard intensity. It shifted to the east and hitting the tent sideways, and was really shaking things up all night. I had to put my earplugs in, and it was kind of driving me nuts. And got up in the morning. Fortunately, it hadn't snowed, so I decided to travel. I had a lot of difficulty getting the tent down alone in this type of a wind. I managed to get everything packed up, and it was east wind. It worked to my advantage the first part of the morning. I was going straight west on Jarvis Lake, about 8, almost 9 miles. I traveled west, and with real slick surfaces, and I could see okay at that time. So I really made some good, comfortable distances with the wind at my back. It was a fairly easy time. But then I got to Demont Lake, which is about 20 miles long, and that goes straight north. It's a huge lake. And when I made that turn to the north, the wind shifted to the northeast, which was pretty much against me, and that remained that way all day long. And when the wind shifted, the surface conditions whited out, so I couldn't see the drifts. The drifts are quite high in places, about 2 feet, and not seeing them, I usually navigate around them, but not being able to see them, I just had to go in a straight line, and it was a lot of work negotiating that. But around 3 o'clock, the skies lifted, and I could see navigated around the drifts, and it was a hard day with the wind. I didn't get much of a rest break at all because of that, and there wasn't anywhere to duck into. I'm virtually treeless right now. There's just a few trees here and there, but essentially I'm on the Barrens here. I'm camped tonight just behind a little knoll. It has about a dozen trees, and I got some shelter there. But it was a pretty nice evening, cleared off, and just tons of caribou all over the place. It's unbelievable. Herds or bands of over 100 now I've been seeing. And at one point, I stopped for a break to get out of the wind. I kind of lay down into the canoe. I put a jacket over my head to protect myself from the wind to get some rest. And laid there for probably about 10 minutes. And then suddenly I got up, and there was caribou all around me. It was unbelievable. And it kind of freaked them out. And they moved, but then they kind of almost accepted me. I'm kind of a novelty with the canoe and the harness and the skis and so forth. But it was a pretty good day distance-wise. So probably one of my better days I've made so far. This type of condition that I have right now after the thaw, with how everything frozen hard, is what I actually expected way back over 3 weeks ago. If there was a normal spring, I would have had this type of weather and this type of fast travel, but things didn't work out that way. They had one of the coldest winters for a long time and tons of snow. So it took me about an extra 10 days to get to where I'm at right now. But the fact that I actually made it this far through the snow was, really was a lot of work. But this will be my last, tomorrow, probably my last day on the big lakes. I'm about 12 miles, 14 miles away from the Elk River, which is a big tributary of the Phelan, and I'll be on Rivers End all the way down. There's a few lakes here and there along the rivers, but pretty much my life will change here after tomorrow. And check it out here. I'm in the tent, evening time, stoves on. It's about 15 degrees out there. It's springtime, and big thing is it's not the wind's not blowing right now. So check out. Have a good Earth Day, everybody. Okay, bye-bye.